While the government is in shutdown, November 1st, millions of people will be starving because of no SNAP benefits. While our wonderful president decides to build a ballroom worth $300 million. We are here to discuss that during this Java and Jugs episode with my wonderful co-host who are joining me right now. Hi
Ta-da!
everyone, how are
Good
you?
morning.
Welcome to the ballroom.
Ooh, I feel so fancy with you all.
I know. Let's go out.
Oh, I know. I feel like we should be out
Forget this
dancing.
show.
I
Let's
got all my
hang out.
mermaid stuff on too.
Yeah, you got your
Got my
pretty little
pearls.
dress.
I got all
AJ's
my
got
mermaid
necklace.
pearls on.
Man.
Yes, and you've got your pearls on. Ember has a beautiful. Oh, wait, Empress. Excuse me. Empress has her beautiful.
I know
hair
how to
on.
say it right.
We should all change our names. I think that would be perfect.
Well,
Good
I'm already
morning,
Queen
Lily.
Kelly.
Yeah, so you're
I'm
already
Lilith. Don't
royalty.
get
Y'all
much
already,
better
I
than
already
that.
have the name. I to change nothing about me.
Good to see you, Kyle. Welcome. Good morning to you.
We are very fabulous, Kyle. Thank you for saying so. Thank you for
Yeah.
being fabulous. We do have to find our own ballroom, however. We're all much too old for the one they're building in Washington. I understand the age limit is 17.
Isn't it?
Oh.
I hear
like
that's the rumor.
I wouldn't even want to go there even if I was invited.
Mm-mm.
Good morning. Good morning. Kelly, I think your intro was so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I mean, it's so crazy that we're
Mhm.
spending so much money on a ballroom, even though we're not allegedly paying for it, whatever. It just shows you where his priorities are in
Yeah.
living a
See?
life of luxury and spending, like expenditures, meanwhile cutting SNAP benefits.
Don't forget, he's asking the Justice Department for $230 million.
But then I heard that they have
Only
like
the Justice
$5 billion
Department.
in some account that could be used for the SNAP benefit till they come till the government gets out of shutdown. I'm hearing. So that's another thing that's a red flag, as I should say.
Suspicious.
Apparently,
so suspicious.
apparently somebody, a mystery donor, gifted Donald Trump 130 million
Mys-
for the military, allegedly.
Yeah.
A mystery because you
Yeah,
could totally be a mystery donor to the U.S. government. This is completely legal. No one looked behind the curtain.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
Well,
donor was actually revealed on that. I don't remember who it was.
Yes, Equus, we did hear that we now have some anonymous person paying our military. I
Yeah,
did.
I
it come out-
did hear that.
Didn't his name-
Supposedly, the amount of money that he supposedly donated is enough to pay the military for 6.5 hours. Not
That
much.
sounds
hope
about
there.
right. They go through a lot of money very, very quickly. But also, like, is this like an attempt to privatize our military? Because there is no legal mechanism for a private person to pay the
That sounds
military. That cannot be
There-
done.
There kind of is. It was kind of done under a wonky thing called a general gift exception. It's kind of wonky and it hasn't been used in ages. But knowing them, they're probably doing some backroom deal that shouldn't
Oh,
be
yeah.
allowed. But knowing
Hold
them,
on, I gotta. always
Um,
do this.
I want to read what Locked on Law said. Be careful. Rumor is Trump has a fetish for Disney princesses.
oh
It's
god,
somewhere in the Epstein files. Wait, he has fetish for young people. Never mind. We're aged out.
Yeah, we're aged out.
yeah, very
We're-
aged out.
No longer available for the draft.
I guess I could apply for fairy godmother.
I am glad for that, though. I'm glad he don't want me.
Yeah, I'm proud of that fact. That's okay with me. I don't need his validation for anything. I just want him to acknowledge that he's harming Americans.
Oh, he
People
never
that-
will.
Well, of course he never will. He's a narcissist. He'll never feel bad for anything. And I really hate that he is being like enshrined now, like in the White House, because his name is forever going to be attached to this part of our history. That does kind of bug me a little bit. Maybe I do
mean,
have
that-
Trump
that
during
was the
the
case.
syndrome.
Presidency. Germany feels the same way about their middle of the 20th century chancellor. It's this is what happens when you don't practice the civil contract, the paradox of tolerance, right? You can't let the Nazis sit at the table in the name of free speech, or you get the Nazis.
You look like you in your early 20s.
I thought
But
you
you
said I
still
was.
too young for Trump, though.
I'm sorry. I thought you said it.
I didn't.
Oh, I thought you were saying the dress looks like it's from the 20s. You said I look like I'm in my 20s.
It's gorgeous.
Right hand.
Are you
sis.
I
single?
was actually going to wear my dress from the 1920s, and then you said shiny, and I'm like, nope, we're doing this now.
Shiny.
No, somebody said
Shiny.
you look like you're in your 20s.
Well, I'll take that compliment. Thank you, right-handed sis. Blessings be upon you. If I were real royalty, I would probably gift you like a horse or something.
Oh, we could probably knight people.
Forget the horse.
Or some
give me a banner.
land. Some
Yes,
land for your own ballroom.
Yeah, I would give you like a parcel of land. You would just have to give me like a percentage of whatever crops you grow.
Dude,
But
like England was crazy. There is actually a manor in England that is from someone making stew at the coronation. One guy makes stew and got a whole manor for it.
really,
Really good stew.
that's too
Yeah,
much.
it's apparently
I need to make
really,
some,
really good
stew.
too. But yeah, it was served all the way up, I think, until Queen Victoria. It was
Yeah.
served every coronation up
Hold
until
on.
then. As long as they did that and the royals wanted it, they had a manor.
You
I
guys,
don't remember the name of the manor though.
it's the Epstein ballroom. That's what we're gonna
Yes,
call it.
Austin,
Yeah.
Austin still.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the perfect name. That's
It's a democracy. We get to name things by democratic and it just is the Epstein ball. I mean, that's the only reason it's there. Well, okay, no, that's not entirely accurate. The reason it's there is because the Führer needs to revamp the Führer's bunker under the East Wing, and they needed a very expensive excuse to do it. The ballroom, I'm sure they'll do lots and lots of trafficking there, but that's literally just a cover.
That tracks. It tracks.
facts. Many facts. Truth. Preaching to the choir.
But can you imagine like spending? Okay, I know it's not his money. Almost 300 million, spending that much in building something and then having to leave it like what, a year or
I
2
was
years
just
later.
There is
about to
absolutely
He doesn't
no
plan on it.
indication that he's planning on leaving. If you look
Right.
at everything that he's doing in the White House, he ain't leaving. He doesn't think he's
That's
leaving.
exactly
Well,
what I
he
was about
assumes
to
he's going to
Right,
die
yeah.
there. And he's
question
probably
on.
right.
Yeah.
Because he said,
I'm
"You
pretty
vote
sure
for
he
me
thinks
this
he's not
time."
going to die.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure he thinks he's immortal at this point.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
he's-
know. He keeps talking about how he's sure he's not going to get into heaven and then slaps another 10% tax on Americans.
Ugh.
I mean, he said that once he gets elected this time, you ain't got to worry about voting again.
He did
Mhm.
say
So
that.
with him doing this, it's kind of showing that he really thinks that.
I believe it. I think you should
Yeah.
believe people when they tell you the truth. And I can't continue to
But
see.
some of the lies he said also been, like the Project 2025.
Oh, that he had nothing to do with it?
Nothing to do with
Mhm.
it, yeah. And every time I look up, something else has come up
Jeebus
from
Christ.
that.
Now he's bragging about it.
Do
Yeah.
I need to play the video? I may need to play the video.
Yeah,
Let me
play-
load the
Yeah,
video.
go play it. Yeah, go ahead.
Roll the clip.
Yeah. Show the evidence.
Yeah,
we
want
need the
evidence.
updated video.
Citation needed, please.
There's an old one in there. So talk amongst yourselves. Give it a minute while it uploads and processes.
No worries. How about we I just real quickly, while you're doing that, tell y'all some of the donors for this ballroom. So Altria Group, which is a tobacco company, Amazon, because of course, why wouldn't Amazon be on there? Isn't that Bezos?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
But he don't think he owns it anymore, but he owns a lot of shares, I think, still.
He's probably got some kind of money coming
Mhm.
through it somehow. Apple, because of course, Apple.
Not
Meta.
I need to get rid of my damn phone. Well, yeah.
Meta. It's
a tech
Because of
billionaire
course.
it's almost as if we're just trapped. We can't get away. It's entrapment in capitalism. Google,
Mhm.
so YouTube.
Also, everything we use.
So everything's
Right.
screwed.
this right here. And interestingly enough, when I was searching this morning, the about the ballroom, I was struggling to get good content to come up. Just saying. Lockheed Martin, because of
Again.
course, warlords.
Should've asked me.
Palantir, the ones
Ah.
who are infiltrating
Of course.
all of our private data and probably selling it to who knows what. Booz Allen Hamilton, which is another defense company. Caterpillar, I'm sure you're familiar with their
Oh yeah, the tractors and
manufacturing.
stuff.
Yeah.
They were tractors.
Comcast, Microsoft, Hewlett Packard, Nextra, which is an energy utility, Ripple Labs, crypto, finance, T-Mobile, Union Pacific, Paolo Tiramani. I don't know. That's
So we're down to the 5th tier corporations here.
well, he gave about 10 million, this Paolo Tiramani.
So we got people starving,
Mhm.
and y'all worrying about a
We're
ballroom.
literally on the brink. You know, like you said in the intro, we are days away from millions of people starving.
Yes.
But we're building a ballroom. The
First.
rich are gonna dance in the ashes. All right, the commercial is ready. It's
Yay.
about 2
Okay,
minutes,
let's go ahead.
and it among other things explains the direct link between religious nonsense and nationalist Christians, with human rights blow by along the way. So enjoy.
I have a problem with this stuff being normalized across the spectrum, and specifically, like, why push this on kids? Why introduce this to kids?
I am a depraved wretch. I am a great sinner. I'm a worm, completely undeserving of any love or any grace. I'm nothing. I'm nothing.
You're incapable of being a good person. You're an evil person. You're a terrible person. At the core fabric of who you are. That's why we need laws. We need laws because we're bad people. All of us are bad people.
You can't spell Pride Month without demon. PRIDEMONTH.
If we don't know who the women are, because there are just people, then we won't be able to pull the women up to equality with men.
We have to try to limit the harm. And that means reducing or keeping down the number of people who transition. And that's for 2 reasons. One of them is that every one of those people is a person who's been damaged. But the second one is every one of those people is basically, a huge problem to a sane world.
Transgenderism must be eradicated.
The LGBT, transgender, grooming our children's minds is a national security threat. We need to hold people for treason, start having some public hearings, and start executing people.
It was actually a tremendous blessing to these children for them to be killed and go to heaven and be with God.
I will use whatever gives me victory. I don't care about the truth, and I don't care about the law. I care about one thing, the control.
But then they rigged the election, and now we won, so I'm going to be your president.
Then what happened is they rigged the election, and I became president, so that was a good thing.
Stop letting people pressure you into thinking.
I want to be ignorant, honestly.
Being a Christian doesn't exclude us from experiencing spiritual dryness.
Wow.
Rig the election and now I'm president.
Spiritual dryness.
You just said it.
The spiritual dryness.
They rigged the election and now I'm president.
The man cannot hide a secret. He brags about his law breaking, you know?
Yeah, he does. He's proud of it, and people love it. They revere him for it because they think that he's a truth teller. They see that as being, oh, he's being forward. He's being, straight with me. No, he's.
We know
sometimes he is
for the pedophile.
Oh, I wish people would see that.
Wake up.
I do wish they would wake up, but people are still simping for him, even regardless of the Epstein ballroom and all of the information not being released. The fact that they're still trying to not sign in Adelita because they know what will happen. She'll be the one to sign to have the files released. They're just doing so much. Yeah. And I just feel like the ballroom is just another distraction.
Oh yeah, but because they have to keep the cycle going, the news cycle, so that people don't focus on the things that we should be focusing on.
And it was the same way his first term. I
Yeah.
felt that, like, I'm actually feeling that now. I've been feeling very overwhelmed, like almost as if I can't keep up with everything that he's doing. And I don't know that anybody can, but some people are probably just so much better at it.
Yeah, that's the
It's overwhelming.
point. That's
overwhelming.
intentional. You know, like
Yeah.
in
I
ever
mean,
since 2015, trans people have just been a distraction. It's just to get people riled up and talking about something other than the point. But it isn't only a distraction. It's they're serious about ruining people's lives, killing people when they can get away with it. And
I mean-
using that issue to control all women, to police all women's bodies.
Yeah, because I think I was telling somebody, I said, first they're trying to go after the trans, and then it's going to be the actual LGBTQ marriages in general. And eventually they want to go after the interracial relationships. I believe it's a domino effect. They want a lot of that stuff, you know.
Well, JD Vance better be careful.
Oh, well, surely the leopards won't eat his face. Ask Mike Pence how that works.
I mean, it's pretty much my job and everything that I do to keep up with the news cycle. And it's hard for me to keep up with it. And I am neck deep in this stuff every single day. And it's hard for me to keep up with it. And I miss stuff on the regular because of it. It's just, it's absurd. It's ridiculous how crap
why
they're
we need
doing.
teams. Like, no one person can handle all the bullshit. They have an entire team producing the bullshit. It takes more than one person. And, you know, that's what the mainstream media used to be for, legacy media. They had entire newsrooms. There'd be one person focused on educational policy. There'd be another person focused on international trade policy and all these various things. And this was insane days when it wasn't a stream of bullshit on purpose. But now all the legacy media is owned by the same assholes doing the shit. So it's up to us. We have to find a way to work together. We can't all watch the same stories or we're going to miss 90% of everything.
Yeah.
But how do we organize?
You're right.
Exactly.
Sorry to hear that, Sam had his electronic benefits taken away the other day. Yes, some are already happening around the country. They're already starting to refuse people's benefits.
Now
Oh,
we have
it's terrible.
regular middle class people trying to get together to donate more, to do more.
Food pantries are going to be very important, and we have them around here. So I'm going to try to do my best to start making sure I regularly.
Yeah. And the thing is, I already donate and stuff like that. So I'm like, am I able to do more? I see maybe, you know.
You're so
I have
kind.
to take care of myself too. Yeah, I try to do my little part, and I try to like adopt a family, and you know, me and my group of my friends, you know, for Christmas and stuff like that, and do like Thanksgiving baskets. But I might have to do more. You know, maybe we can get more people to give us more than what they normally do, even if it's a couple more dollars. I don't know, but
Well, if you can't give money yourself, like in my case, I can't give money because we're barely scraping by. And we
Yeah.
also use SNAP's benefits. So
oh no,
what you can do is either go volunteer like at the food banks or homeless shelters. Just give your time. Give your time.
yeah.
Sam, I don't want to like intrude or be too personal. Do you mind telling me which benefits you're saying that all of Arizona no longer has? And if not, totally understood, no worries. But
Okay, yeah.
damn, that's really fricked up. Is Arizona, is that a blue state or a
Arizona? They're red-ish.
They're purple.
Are they?
Purple
Or they might
reddish.
be like Michigan. Michigan's one of them swing ones.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what? Here's a fun fact. The size of the ballroom is going to be somewhere around 90,000 square feet.
Yeah.
And the White House itself is 55,000.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna
Of
be a
course,
fucking
you have to
monstrosity.
overdo it.
It's
That's
gaudy.
ridiculous. That's a, excuse my language, damn shame.
And I had to pull up a picture of the White House it was 3 or 4 years ago. It was a meeting with Biden and Zelensky, and the newest meeting with Trump and Zelensky, just to show the difference in the Oval Office. And even one of my family members who used to be a huge Trump supporter isn't anymore, thankfully. And they were even like, holy shit, what is he doing to the White House? And the thing that kind of aggravates me is they've got more mad about the shit that he's doing in the White House than anything else. It's like, dude, he's literally destroying people's lives. Like, yes, that's our building. That's our property, not his house. And yeah, it's a travesty on what he's doing with it because of the history, but he's destroying people's lives.
But you know what? It may start with something different for everybody. As long as it starts their distrust of Trump, I will say, let's take it. It doesn't matter whether it's the White House being destroyed But yeah, I totally get it. It's like my husband and I were talking about this the other day. There was this AI video that somebody made, and it showed like Trump supporters turning against Trump, and I was like asking him, what do you think it would take for people to actually turn against him? Because we already have a whole pile of charges against him. We have the Epstein files. We have him destroying the White House. We have him taking away SNAP benefits, destroying the Department of Education, literally everything else. And people are still supporting him. So what exactly would it take? What do you guys think? Like, do you have any?
Like, what's the low? The bar feels like it's so low that when Trump says that he could go and shoot people in the middle of the street and nobody would even, I forget where he said that about, but he said he could just shoot people. Nobody
He
would
said
even.
that before the election in 2016.
Okay, so he had that ability before. So what can't he do?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's going to take people having a massive disruption to their lives and not having anyone else to blame it on.
Exactly. It's reached the
Like,
point. That's
it's
the whole
gonna
point of
take-
stressing people so much.
It's going to take the food stamps going out. It's going to take health insurance not paying out. It's going to take a whole bunch of stuff, but it's going to take a whole bunch of stuff that directly affects them that they can't just point and say it's the Democrats' fault.
Oh, they'll
But
try.
They're still trying. They're still
gonna
trying
try,
to do that.
They're going to try, but...
But that's the thing. They always find a way to blame the Democrats, and then all the followers are like, "Yes, you're right. Yes, it was the Dems. It was the libs, the terrorists."
That's right. The unstoppable Senator Schumer has total control of the government. It's so fucking wild. Massachusetts does have a statement up on their website saying that food stamps and other benefits are delayed because His Majesty has decided not to comply with his constitutional obligations this month. He just decided. It's
But they're
what are you gonna do?
One thing that's been interesting, especially this weekend, especially among several Trump supporters I know here, and these are like old school Republicans that kind of fell into the Trump cult, but they all recognized real quick that Trump's line about the ad from Canada that literally quoted Ronald Reagan. They know that's a lie. And they're like, what the hell? I'm like, he's been lying to you this whole time, and show them the proof that he's been lying. They're like, holy shit. Like,
It's
how
kind
did
of crazy that Reagan actually spoke the truth for once. Not even gonna
Well,
lie.
that's the thing is Reagan was on the right, but he wasn't a crazy person,
Not like they are now.
His economic policies were harmful. They were destructive. They hurt our economy. But he still understood that you need a functional government to govern. Whereas Trump's over here with Project 2025 doing his level best to dismantle the federal government. And this food stamps thing with Congress shut down, Congress self-abolishing is awful fucking handy. That leaves things in a position where when people run out of food, either the federal government will effectively be defunct. It'll just be running the military, and that's all it will do. It's not doing anything for anyone else in any way.
Yeah.
So either at that point, the federal government is effectively dissolved, or people rebel. And then the fully funded military and ICE come in to do something about it. So either we abolish the federal government, or we become a totalitarian dictatorship. Either way works for him.
Anyway, we're screwed.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't also realize, we're talking about the SNAP benefits, but there's other benefits like Medicaid, Medicare,
Yeah.
child care payments to help people go to work. I use
Sex-
all those benefits
sex
at one time.
trafficking, like the people who do like all of the therapies and
Yeah.
also the research and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff for trafficking. That's not funded anymore, or not funded as
And
much.
the people that work in those departments, like who work for the Department of Human Services and stuff like that.
Like the
They're
experts
no longer going to have a
doing this.
job.
No. Yeah.
And like all the crap with them like dismantling FEMA and all that, the states that need the most help with stuff like natural disasters are red states, and very red states.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean,
They're gonna hurt
Mississippi
themselves
gets
the most.
hit by a huge hurricane. What the hell are they going to do? Because their entire state budget is not going to cover the damages of that. It was like that with Hurricane Katrina in Louisiana, that the cost of the hurricane was in like 3 times the annual state budget. Where are they going to get the money from that?
They don't. I
They
mean,
don't give a
they're
fuck.
screwed
They
without
don't
NOAA.
care. They don't. Point
Yeah.
blank.
I mean, look at COVID, right? When the pandemic was raging, it was the red states that were dying the most intensely. Over this fucker killed over 1 million Americans, and
Yeah,
with his
he did.
solution
My
of
dad-
just inject bleach and take horse dewormer. 1 million people died who did not have to,
It worked for me.
and they voted for him again.
I know what
It worked for me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they don't care how many people die. It doesn't matter. It's not a priority.
No.
Oh,
It is.
no.
It,
And it's better for them.
Who
It's
live
less
here aren't even a
people in
priority,
it,
let
yeah.
alone anybody who lives across.
But you're pro-life though.
Yeah, you're pro-life while you're taking SNAP benefits away from children,
Hip
while you're
suicide.
cutting food programs, at school for the children, and you're taking away their benefits. So if they're sick, they can't even go to the doctor. But yeah, you're pro-life. Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Pro-life until it becomes a life.
Well,
Yeah.
pro-life has never meant pro-life. It's always been control. It's everything the fascists do. It's the Ministry of Truth thing, right? Like you name it the opposite of what it is, so people will support it. It's never been about life, ever. It's just control.
Nope. It's a candy-coated name. Like they give these little terms, and it's just like a wiggle word. It's like the opposite of the reality. It's so infuriating because it's just, you just feel like you're being gaslit. Like that's how I feel. I just feel
Well,
like
yeah.
I'm living in a
It's like-
bizarro upside down world. Like my brain's like, this ain't right, but I can't. What can
mean,
I do?
I hate what the Heritage Foundation is doing, but at least they have the honesty to say what they're all about. Heritage. We want to go back to slavery times when women were property and everyone who wasn't white was also property. And most of the white people were also property.
Is it
Oh,
Justice
that's-
Alito? Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say that's what they mean by "Make America Great Again." Make America
Yes.
back to those
Yes, that's
That-
exactly what they mean.
That's exactly what they mean. I was just going to say, I think it's Justice Alito's wife who had that flag, the something to heaven, but it's a new, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Something to appeal to heaven. I think that's
Yeah.
what it is. Appeal
Oh,
to
okay.
heaven. And it's all that same, it's all the same rhetoric. It's all the same like Project 2025 belief. It's all that like, let's go back to when it was better, back to when women didn't have a voice, back to when it was okay to just put people into slavery. I mean, they've been craving it. I can't even believe we've gotten this far.
No, but Project 2025 it actually comes from the 70s. It was called Mandate for Leadership. So they've been trying and trying and trying.
Yeah, they've been.
Yeah.
And the thing
They've been
is,
trying and
every,
trying.
every Republican,
Yeah.
every Republican
Everyone.
they've gotten more and more of their agenda passed, and it's gotten more and more extreme the longer it's gone on. So every new iteration is even more extreme than the last one. This is pretty much the one where they're like, we are going straight for everything we want.
Oh yeah, because they've
And
found
they're
the
getting
dumbass
it.
that would
That's
do
the
it.
horrific thing about it.
Okay. we've talked about Project 2025 in the past. We've covered some of what's in it. There was that leak of all the files. They've said exactly what they want to do and how they want to do it. What a lot of people still aren't aware of is it's not just the Heritage Foundation and the billionaires behind it. There's an actual fucking doomsday cult running this shit. They're called Seven Mountains Dominionists. And we've mentioned them a couple of times.
Seven Mountain Mandate.
Exactly. And controlling the government, controlling religion, controlling entertainment and education. These are all mountains. The point is control. The Christian nationalism is just one of the levers of control. And the reason for the control is so they can speed up the end of the fucking world and make Jesus come back.
Yeah. Yes. It's all for the eschatology. It's all because they want God to come back. They want their Jesus so bad, they will happily watch the world burn.
Because they don't care about the world. They care about the afterlife.
Right. This means nothing. This is all in God's hands.
It's
even
just
though they're the ones
temporary.
pushing, even though the ones tipping, it's all in God's hands. And the afterlife, like you said, is what truly matters.
As
And
if you can make Jesus come back. Like if Jesus is going to come back in the year
He would have
2100,
been came back.
you nuke the world today, it's just going to be a nuked world for 75 years.
He ain't came back yet. He ain't never even came here first time.
And it's all
No, I don't think he is either.
Right?
But like if the fairy tales were true, you can't make him come back by ending the world faster.
Why do you think that you can force God's, let's just pretend God, why do you think you can force God's, it doesn't the entire Bible hinge on the fact that you can't make God do anything, that you are the one who's part of his plan. He's the one who decides. So why do you feel as though you're going to be able to force God to go, oh, I guess it's time now. Excuse me? That's awfully mighty blasphemous of you.
Yeah, that's right. Really, it's accelerationism. They're not the only accelerationists, but they are the one who has a working doomsday cult with billionaire funding and government control.
Oh, you know what? Another thing about Snap too is even the ones who are receiving it, they're going to start really narrowing down what people are even allowed.
Yeah.
Even
no
allow
candy, no cookies.
I mean, I just feel like stay out of my fucking business. I'm sorry, I don't care what you guys think about that. Stay out of my business. It's my
because
it's my food. Leave me the fuck alone.
You have a certain amount that you have, and if you spend it on buying, let's say one day you want to have a steak. I mean, then you can be of less. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying
it just all stems from like
once
jealousy.
In a blue moon, that stems,
it just stems from jealousy. It stems from
a steak for a dinner.
But you deserve that. So what? I that pisses me off that people seem to feel as though they should be able to control what people eat. Yeah, do I feel like people should eat better? Absolutely. Do I feel like maybe we have like a over consumption problem? Absolutely. Is there too much crap in our food? Absolutely. But you do not know exactly what is going into that household. Just because you witness possibly somebody buying something with their Snap card does not mean that you've witnessed what they purchased just the other day, maybe with their own money. Like, just stop. Don't worry about what's between people's legs and stop worrying about what's in their cabinets. It's just not your fucking business. The only thing we should care about is if children are being harmed. Like, that's where we should draw the line. Yeah, should kids eat better? Probably, but that's why it's probably even more important that we have healthy meals at schools for kids. Because for a lot of children like me, that was the one fucking meal that I had a day. It was at fucking school. You take that away.
And that's getting cut out.
Yeah, you're taking that away. You're screwing children's brains. It's a catastrophe.
And then you look at, depending on what school you go to, like you go to the inner city schools, they'll get like a muffin or something for breakfast. And then in the suburban schools, they might get like fresh fruit.
Caviar.
Caviar. They bring the cows in for the kids to milk them themselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's organic.
Now
but
they
it's
have the
also not
milk that's
homogenized.
like the
excuse
self
me.
life milk that lasts for years or something like that. That's not real milk.
Even
That's
Date
what
is
they give the
fancy as
kids
hell
to
today.
drink now.
Date's fancy today. Thank you for showing up fancy, Date. We appreciate
What's up,
you.
Dade? How are you?
Excuse me.
Excuse you.
You can.
I gotta figure out how the hell to use fancy fonts in chat like that. That's fucking
I
neat.
know.
I on my phone I can do it. Like I have an app like for the keyboard. You just change the keyboard, but I don't know about on a computer.
There's so much you can't do on, like, I get why YouTube is catering so heavily to mobile, because I can see analytics as much as anybody else, and somewhere between 60 to 80% of videos are watched on phones. Of course they're going to cater to phones, but like, is there any reason that so many of these features aren't available to the desktop users? Like, why can't we type on a video just because we're on a computer? Why not make that feature available,
YouTube is just behind. YouTube is spending all this money. YouTube here. Wait. I have a suggestion for you, YouTube. It's instead of spending millions of dollars to give to Trump for a ballroom,
the Epstein ballroom.
How about you use that money to upgrade your product, because it sucks. It doesn't compare to the other apps out there. And you've been around a long time, my guy. I mean, if it were me, I feel like you should be at the top of your game, and you're not. So maybe work on that. Maybe
What she
you
said.
need to focus. Maybe you need to focus where you're going, where your technology is going, instead of putting money into stopping good content like the beautiful ladies you see before you, and even people in the comment section. There's my little advice. Take it or leave it, YouTubes.
Because we how you get your money.
I mean, the only reason they're here is because people make content. Hello, it's almost like the freaking government. You work for us practically. My gosh.
That's why you have your. That's why you get your money, because we.
And they're getting all their money from freaking PragerU. I can't stop PragerU videos from popping up because YouTube, the way that you have your ad block, even though I've tried to block PragerU, you're only allowing me to block one ad.
Oh,
ridiculous.
Wow.
You can't figure that out. Excuse me? I probably could figure that out. So
they don't care. They're just taking Dennis Prager's money, which is from the Koch brothers, and like it's just money. Just money. They don't care.
Yeah. They're so worried about kissing Trump's behind and licking his boots.
Yeah.
He's more worried
Locked
about
on Law just said.
Yep. Yeah. I'm sorry. Would you read that, Kelly? I apologize.
Thanks. Now I got to put my readers on.
Oh,
how old I am.
Sorry, Kelly.
YouTube is far more concerned about their software flagging everything that might get them sued.
I had a boss like that once. Like every time we did something a little unorthodox, he would scream over the phone, "You're gonna get me sued."
Really? Like,
I mean, we were repossession agents, so we were literally stealing people's cars off of their own property, but legally. So yeah, he was worried about getting sued all the time. I'm like, if you are worried about the repercussions of people filing legal actions against your corporation because of what your corporation is designed to do, you either need a better lawyer or you got to get some big boy britches.
Copyright strike. My hairstyle is from a Disney movie. I don't know which one. Maybe Snow White. I have no idea. Oh, it says on the PC, there's a new layout. Press F or click on the outward pointing arrows in lower right corner. The chat window expands and video window. Yes. Actually, that I thought was an interesting upgrade. I kind of like it. I kind of don't, but I do kind of like it. So, wow, finally, you did something. You did something there, YouTube. Congratulations.
Theater mode? Is that what we're looking at? Oh, no, F for full screen. No, with me, full screen, it just makes it full screen, just like it always has.
Well, yeah, because it's so funny with the vertical streaming. That's like for the mobile. Because it looks so weird when I be seeing the vertical streaming. Because I like it big like this, how I have it now.
Mhm.
So that the vertical way is like weird to me.
And if
Even though I
you
still
like
watch
it big, oh, sorry, wrong show.
And if you like to do it vertically, I mean, hey, horizontal ain't everything.
Yeah.
Brantley got you.
I just thought about it. Usually when we start off, we talk about how each other's weekends and stuff went, and we did not discuss that.
Yeah, we should do like a positive. Like, give us like a positive from your weekend. Try to dig in your soul to try to find one positive thing from the weekend. Anybody have anything?
I have a couple of things.
Go ahead. Yeah.
There was a giant fucking fundraiser on. I mean, technically it was Friday, but
And we
this
have the
weekend.
hostess with the most,
And
the MC,
and it was Well, Ryan actually wasn't there. It was Ryan's brother, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yes.
He had a really good time. I am so sorry that I
I want
couldn't-
his phone number.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can. I'll give it to you on Discord. And he likes the mingle, you know what I mean?
But yeah, that was really cool for a lot of reasons. Not only because there were so many cool hosts and shit, but like there were a lot of people showed up specifically because they didn't want me and Kyle and Sadie to die. And it's nice when people
We love you.
Don't want you to die aggressively enough. They do something about it. It's fucking awesome.
We love you.
True. Oh, hey, look who it is. It's the Chad.
Chad was on the stream too. Yay!
Yes,
we had
Yeah,
the
he was.
best.
Are you no longer radishing, Chad? Are you a radishing gentleman?
He had me
Ravishing.
blushing.
Yes.
Ravishing radish. Yes, we
Oh,
love the
we
Chad.
love our Archradish. He's a fucking delight.
Oh, he's funny as frack too, right?
Oh yeah, and sweet.
He's
Really
a cutie
sweet.
patootie. He's definitely cute. And I got to give him a hug. So
Me too.
but I was first. So just so you know.
Hey, stop it.
I have not had the honor of meeting him.
Hopefully
I know.
one day
I'm just
we'll all
saying,
meet
like the
together.
only person I've gotten to hug out of this group is
I
Kelly.
saw him at NeoCon, but I did not.
Yeah, he was at NanoCon. Yeah.
I did not speak to him. I have a habit of not speaking to people because I'm like, that's my introvertedness.
Yeah, there was a
Ryan was
lot
first.
of people. It could be overwhelming because there were so many people.
It doesn't matter where we're at. I don't speak to people first. If you come speak to me, then I'll start the conversation. But it's just, I'll be like, nope. It's my shyness.
I'm you're gonna find in the corner playing with the dog.
That's me too. That's usually people say, Kelly, where's Kelly? And I'll be playing with the animals.
Yeah.
Introvertiness for the win.
Yes.
I've had all three of them up here trying to get on camera, so
yeah.
If you see me in a while, say hi. I'm not shy. That's a problem. I am.
At some point, it crosses from being cute dogs to being like toddler children who will not leave you alone when you're trying to have a work call or something.
Mm-hmm. They know when to be devious. They're just like children.
Oh yeah, and then the thing is when I'm not doing anything, they are passed out, completely fine. I was a little worried they were going to mess up my wrap, so I'm like, I might want to take that off before you mess it up.
Do you? Oh wait. Okay. So Lilith, do you have anything from the weekend?
I got at least all the bits that I'm going to do for my next script set up that I'm going to throw in there, and other than that, just ran around with my grandson all weekend.
Okay. That's good. That's hey, it wasn't bad. That's excellent.
Wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
Dr. Kip is offering corrections.
Yes, she got to go for a walk and destroyed a tree. So it was one of those little teeny sprouts, but
oopsies.
My neighbor wasn't happy about it. It was my neighbor in the back that they had this little tree that was like kind of sticking out of their fence. She went after it and just ripped it off, and I'm just like, Okay, well, it was probably weed. They're like, hey, have you seen this little sproutling we had? I'm like, no, I have not. I've seen a stick my dog was chewing on. But no,
A
I told them
wild
what
animal
happened.
probably got it.
Yeah, they're like, oh, don't worry about it too. They're like, don't worry about it. We didn't. They didn't think it was going to survive since it's coming up to the winter, and so they were going to try. They were going to see if it survived, and then try again next spring if it didn't. So they're like, yeah, no big. We'll just try again. I'm like, all right.
What about you, AJ?
Me, let's see. Okay, for sure, the fundraiser was one of the highlights of the
It was
weekend.
fun.
There was, I don't know, I've had a lot going on the last few months, like people leaving my life. So it was good to be among people that you really enjoy being around and talking about people that you enjoy being around, like Ember. So,
And I just want to say you all did an excellent job, because I was behind the scenes at one point, just sitting behind the
hectic.
scenes. Yeah, it was really hectic trying to coordinate all those people and get them on at the right times. And, it takes a lot of effort. So, and then plus, you're hosting and having to try to entertain people while doing all these things. So I wanted to say you all did
actually,
a good job.
gotta give credit where credit's due, because Wes and Michael and Helen and Ethan Michaels, they were all doing a lot of the background
There's a
stuff.
lot, yeah. There was a lot
Me,
happening behind the scenes.
I was mostly just like talking and letting them know, hey, this is who's gonna be next. This is who's gonna be next, and stuff like that. And setting my timers for like every 15 minutes. We had a little break. So
yeah, it was nothing. It was a piece of cake, right?
It was a couple pieces of cake.
But I think at the end, when it closed out, it was what, like $1,500 that was raised?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I wasn't sure what to expect. Like, okay, obviously one hopes, hey, let's raise 15,000.
Right.
But at the
That would have been
time,
cool, yeah.
That would have
But
been
yeah,
great.
the fundraise, the fund is actually still open. Helen wanted to keep it going till
Oh, yeah.
Halloween for people who catch the stream later, which is why the stream is linked in the chat. You could go. It was a fun show with a fuck ton of amazing hosts. You can still watch it. It is still rewatchable. And if you feel compelled to contribute to me and other people not dying, you can do that. The GoFundMe is still open until Halloween. So enjoy.
Yes, please. And again, it doesn't even have to be a lot. It can be a couple of bucks. And remember, you do not need to tip GoFundMe. They're rich. They are rich, and they take a cut of the donation, even though they make it sound as if they don't take a cut. They take their cut. So that's where they make their money. You don't need to tip them. So
they sure do. I
give all that to Ember.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a separate GoFundMe just for my medical bills specifically that I've had open since fucking May when they first started to go into 5 figures. And, every so often somebody will throw $20 in there or something. And what comes to me is like 1843, like they do take a cut of every single donation.
Mm-hmm. I think it's almost like 3% off the top, basically, they take.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's how it was when my dad died, because my dad died in 2020 from COVID. My boss had set one up for me and me and my family, and we got some money from it, but it's like, yeah, they take a cut out of it. It's not as huge as some people do, but it's still a cut.
Yeah, it's nothing like so YouTube takes 30 to 35% of every donation, depending on how you do it, whether it's a super chat or super thanks.
Really?
Or membership. But
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
huge chunk. That's why Patreon exists. But Patreon, they take like 3%, which is a lot more tolerable. But they've been frustrating me lately because they've added a transaction fee to withdraw the money they've already taken their cut out of. It's a small transaction fee. It's only 25 cents per transaction. But they pay you, or they make you pay for them to give you the money that they've already taken a cut of and have been sitting on.
Yeah, they're just finding ways to get more money from you. I feel like that's
to be clear, still way less than YouTube. Now it's 3% plus a quarter.
I feel like people should be handling this. Like there should be laws against that. I think anyhow.
I
What
mean,
else?
it's all shit we agree to, right? Because we could just not agree to those terms. We could, and there are channels that don't use any of this shit. They use just PayPal or Venmo or Cash App or whatever for direct donations. And while a lot of people are, it's easy to hit the super chat button, or it's convenient to sign up for Patreon one time and you're just done.
People are lazy, Ember.
I get it. I get it.
They need
But,
a
like,
direct link. They need to go directly to where they push pay, put money. And if it doesn't do exactly that, they'll just walk away. They will, because
yeah, you want to make
done
it
it
as easy as
before.
possible
I've
because
done it
some people
before.
will not push 2 buttons. They need 1 button. I
One
get
button.
it. I get it. But that's why they've been coming out with QR codes and things. And in fact,
Yeah.
StreamYard has QR codes built in now too.
Yeah.
I don't really use StreamYard anymore, but there's an option for it.
Yeah, I use
And
But that's why YouTube exploits that, and that's the same thing that TikTok does. It's the same with TikTok when you get like I don't know what I forget what they're called nowadays, but they take a huge cut of any money that comes in through the app. Like, damn, it's more than what would be taken from your paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Like what the government takes, like chill.
Well, for me, I was at work during the stream. It's a little disappointing because I wish I could have been part of the live stream. But
we missed
you did send in a thing, and it was really cool.
Yeah, when I said my piece, then they sat there and I have one with the Black Non-Believers fundraiser. They have out here with my link. So they sat there and spent like 10 minutes talking about me. Good things. Do I deserve all that? I don't know.
And more. And more. Okay.
Yeah. I definitely have to get that. And
I bought the mug.
So that's what the
Saturday.
QR code in the corner is. It's a shitty QR code. It's just there, but that's what it goes to. It's the Java and Jugs on a mug. This was designed by Jess of How to Rule an Asteroid, who, wishes she could be with us, but is a little shot this morning. But that is her design, and it's on a mug. You can get it in a bunch of different sizes. I didn't intend to plug merch today, but this is Java and Jugs merch if you're interested.
Yeah.
But that's what the QR code goes to. It just doesn't show you. It just comes up as a QR code. But they do offer QR codes now. And that's the point of that. But if you want a mug, feel free. By all means. I hope someday to be able to afford one so we can do a Java and Jugs show while I drink out of a Java and Jugs cup.
That would be
like a real fucking morning host.
Kelly, did you tell us about something good in your weekend?
Yeah, that's what I talked about how they were making me blush at work.
That's right.
Then Saturday, luckily, there was no production, so I was off Saturday. So I slept basically all day Saturday. But Sunday was the Michigan Atheist board election. So I'm officially treasurer now.
Oh, nice.
For the Michigan Atheist.
Congratulations.
And I came in, it was a lady who was new. And I says, hello, how are you? I don't like speaking, but being in that wrong position, I have to do things I don't want to do. So I came to her and said, hi, how you doing? She says, oh, I know who you were. I see you on YouTube.
Oh,
I don't know.
nice.
I don't know where was she. Okay.
That's
I don't know.
awesome.
I see you on some YouTube shows. I said, okay, I don't know what shows, but she said she's seen me, so I guess that's a good thing. But yeah, I'm officially treasurer.
Congratulations.
We'll see how that goes.
That's a good thing. I'm glad you shared that with us. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there'll be some learning curve there, but it'll be good for you, and you're building community.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
Hokey pokey.
Empress, did you tell us?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm already forgetting.
Yes, you did. The fundraiser.
That's right.
I mean, I could come up with more probably. Like yesterday was intersex
that was good for
awareness
everybody
day.
Though.
And there's not a lot of intersex awareness in our community. There's so much, considering how much debate there is about trans people, which is fucking weird in and of itself. Mm-hmm. But the fact that like both sides want to claim intersex people as a weapon against the other, nobody even knew yesterday was Intersex Awareness Day. So I did a show about it. And, you know, it had its pluses and minuses. It caught a whole lot of trolls, and my apologies to mods over that nonsense. But
They
it
did an
did get
awesome job.
more views than every other show I did all last week put together. So at least it got in front of some fucking eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the
raised some
trolls
awareness.
do. They don't. The trolls don't realize it, but they're feeding your algorithm. So, yay.
I do
what
have to
now?
give a shout out to Ember's mods though, because I was in there and I was trying to keep up. And keep in mind, like I mod a Discord, I mod a huge Discord server, and I mod my boss's chats on YouTube. I could not keep up, and they were keeping up just fine. And I didn't see half of the messages because they caught them before I could even read them. They were fast and they were really good.
If I do that again, I'm probably going to do a slow mode thing, partly to help the mods out, but also partly to like kind of keep the riffraff nonsense down to a minimum in the first place.
Mhm.
Because members are immune to slow mode, and I realize not everybody in the community is a member. I get it. I had to pause all my memberships because I'm so damn poor, but I do try to keep it as cheap as possible. It literally 99 cents is as low as YouTube lets me go, and 99 cents a month is not a lot, even when you're very, very poor.
So Chris says the demolition of the White House East Wing. I don't think the Democrats are overreacting. And one of those Western Pennsylvania Democrats, leaning conservative, to vote to impeach Donald Trump. I mean, to be
I
fair,
thought they
like
already impeached him already. I thought they already did that.
They've
yeah,
impeached him twice.
there is
already.
Someone who's been leading the charge with that, and I forget his his name.
There is something to be said about the fact that the things like cutting food stamps and all that don't get the impeachment outrage that it should, but that stuff like demolishing the White House does. But there's also something to be said about, I mean, like, destroying the White House is kind of a thing too, because that's also destroying American history, which, especially for people like me who are historians, like, that's important to me. That's not his house to do what he wants to with it. There are procedures and there's procedures and things that he has to go through in order to do anything. And the fact that he hasn't followed any of those, and what I think the thing is the fact that he hasn't followed any of those, he just did it. And it's very, very cut and dry. You can say, look, you're supposed to do this and this and this and this, and then you can demolish, but he jumped straight to demolish. That might be what ends up getting them. Like, even Al Capone did all this horrible stuff. What did they get him on? They got him on tax evasion. Like, at this point, I don't care what they get him on. Just get him on something.
I think that's a really good point. I'm glad that you made that point, Lilith, that sometimes we just need something we actually have evidence for.
That's very, and the thing is yeah, the White House thing is very cut and dry. I've seen even very Trumpy conservatives who are more into the historical field who are like, yeah, this is not right. Like, I can't believe he did that. And they understand that it's destroying U.S. history, which, yes, there are a million other things that are way more important and need to be talked about over this. But if this is what brings him down, fine.
So be it.
Bring him down.
Yeah,
bring him
whatever.
down, and we can tar and feather him after he's out of office. Even more with everything else.
True. Yeah, because you're supposed to, he should have been coordinating with whatever the historical groups are, and I don't think that he's done that like he is supposed to have done that.
Let's stop the damage first. Let's stop the damage and stop what he's doing.
I mean, and I wonder, like, what did they do with everything in there? You know, like even pieces of like the molding. People might have wanted to put that in, like, did they put things in a museum? Or
What was the one post where they were selling it?
No, that was fake. That was a joke.
Okay.
I'm about to say.
I was
Okay.
just going to ask about that.
Okay.
It was
I was like,
satire.
really though?
I put it in the Discord chat, but it was like on Friday, so it's way back. So let me see if I can find another copy of it.
It's on.
I thought it was serious
Discord server under memes.
Right. Like we should be talking about how he's inciting a war on his own country.
Yeah.
He's starting a war with Venezuela by
Yeah, which is
bombing people.
completely illegal. And even
He's
Rand
bombed
Paul
what,
is out there
5, 6
screaming, "This is
boats?
illegal."
5, 6 boats now that he's bombed, and he said he 8? And, oh
8.
my freaking god! And he said that, oh, these people. Basically, he's trying to say that these boats have killed how many millions of people that the drugs have allegedly
Yeah,
killed
he's
in this
lying.
country. But you can't do that. You can't say it was these people who. That's you'd have to have a trial to know that. You can't just go bombing boats.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. What is this?
Oh, that's the post that was going
Well,
around.
I'm gonna
That
read
was
this. I'm gonna read this. So
Yeah.
this is a joke, right? You said this is satire?
In
Yeah.
theory, it's satire.
Okay. Own a piece of the White House for immediate release. Washington, D.C. Supporters can now own a piece of the White House through the East Wing Rebel Collection, available exclusively at thetrumpstore.com. Each fist-sized fragment preserved from the East Wing restoration comes vacuum sealed with an official certificate of authenticity signed by Donald Trump's auto pen. Priced at $500 per piece, these historic keepsakes embody the strength, renewal, and enduring greatness of the American spirit. Oh, that's just too rich. That's like
I know, it's so
peak
great. Like
onion.
nothing says endurance like your Capitol building. I mean, it's not the Capitol building, but it's one of the Capitol buildings. It's the seat of one of the branches of government being reduced to rubble, right?
Mhm.
But the website, I mean, if the auto pen didn't give it away as a joke, the website, The Trump Store, there's no website there. Someone owns the domain, but it's just like parked on GoDaddy or something.
Oh boy. I wonder what that
I mean,
would
I could
sell for.
totally see Trump selling it. The fucker will
Oh
sell
yeah.
anything. You
Like
know?
when I first
And
when I
his
first
idiot
read it, I thought
followers
it was
will buy
real.
anything.
Yeah, I thought it was real when I first read it, but then I was like, oh no, satire.
But it does make me curious about the preservation.
No,
Did they preserve any of it?
I
Fuck
don't
no.
know.
I from what I can
I just love
understand, not
restoration, and it was just
really.
a full-on demolition. The
I mean,
whole
I
thing,
don't see how they had
all the way to
time
the
to get
building.
anything out of there, to be honest. I mean, between them saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to demolish this," to the time they did it, it was like a week. So I doubt they were able to save a whole bunch of stuff. I did see a couple of news stories saying that there were some trucks spotted going from the White House to various golf courses to put new berms and stuff up and use the rubble from that. I don't know if that's actually true, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, they didn't even bother to like take out the windows or the insulation or anything. They just knocked the whole damn thing down as it was. So, I mean, the rubble, that section of the building is like 100 years old. It's full of asbestos and shit. You're not going to want to use that on your.
It's
I
well
mean,
over
maybe
100.
Trump would because he doesn't give a fuck. He thinks asbestos is healthy for you.
Oh
yeah, it was built in 1902, I think it was, and I think in 1942 it was renovated, like heavily renovated. So it's been there since the World War II era, like as is.
I wonder what's going to happen with the bunker. Is he going to upgrade it? Is he just going to leave it as is, or?
He's definitely going to upgrade
I
it.
think
That's
that was
the point.
the point, right? Yeah, that was the point.
They're gonna upgrade it.
What, the bunker?
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that was all.
The
I
only
thought
way
he
you
was
can
just talking about
expand
the
the bunker is
ballroom.
to knock down the whole building.
Well,
Like they didn't
right, it was-
need to put a ballroom right there, right? It doesn't have to be attached to the White House. You could build an even bigger ballroom if you put it on a different piece of property. If ballroom envy was his actual real thing, it doesn't need to go on the White House grounds. The only reason that you need to knock down the entire fucking wing is because that's the only way to enlarge the bunker. You need the building out of the way.
So basically what you're saying is you feel like that was maybe overall the even more important part, because he wants to have a place where he can be held up and protected from trying to be impeached.
He knows, like I said earlier, he
Right.
knows this presidency, the actions he's taking, they're deliberately provocative. They're only going to go one of two ways: armed rebellion or dissolution of the government. And in either case, he's going to need a bunker.
Yeah.
Right.
But in the meantime, he gets to enjoy the ballroom. And, eventually after he gets out of the bunker, he gets to enjoy the ballroom again. So that's his plan.
That sounds like a great plan. I mean, I mean, not that I want, but that sounds smart. That's probably what I would do if I were doing something of this nature. Like, I want to have a bigger place to be held up so I can have more people, more guns, more time, more room to chill down there if it's going to be a long time, right? And at 90,000 square feet, I mean, imagine it's going to be pretty large under there, whatever it is that he does.
Although let's not forget that he's a scaredy cat that went down there when there were protests last
Oh
time
yeah,
around.
he went down there during the George Floyd protest.
And oh my god, the meltdown he had about people calling him a scaredy cat for that is just hilarious. He went
started
nuclear.
raising tariffs on American goods.
But you know what? This is pretty brilliant, you guys. The more I think about it, it's pretty brilliant to say he wants to redo the ballroom because that's where he welcomes prestigious guests. So he wants to receive them in a place of luxury, of wonder, of power, right? So he's giving it to and they're lapping it up. Like America, like Fox News, I was watching that this morning, and they are loving that. Like, yes, this makes sense. He's going to have aristocrats in there. Of course, you want a updated ballroom. But meanwhile, the real deal, Holyfield, is this fracking bunker. Like, it's the perfect cover. Like, that's crazy to me.
But it's what they do. It's what they do with the media coverage.
It's like, that's brilliant. I'm sorry. It's just fracking brilliant. You like my ears? I have really big ears, just so you know.
Your earrings are pretty fucking fantastic. I'll say that. Check those thingies out.
I love those.
Shiny.
They frame your face.
Shiny.
Shiny.
We love the shiny. Honestly, I'm envious of the whole damn dress because I'm over here. Yes, I'm sparkly. I'm shiny, but like it's a very plain.
You want to know the truth?
Do you want
to know the truth about? You want to know the truth about this dress?
You made it.
It's stolen.
Oh, good.
I live.
Okay, so piracy.
I lived at a house, really nice
touching my
people, and they had an attic just filled with like just stuff they left there. And so, I mean, so it really wasn't stolen, but it did end up somehow in my clothes when I left.
It was abandoned.
I don't know.
It was abandoned. It had no
Are
owner.
you sure it's not cursed? Did it come with a
hope
ghost?
So I'm fracking hoping so. Like, that was like the main goal, is like, please, can you have like a demon inside of you?
And if you want a demon inside of you, oh, sorry, wrong show again.
Hubba hubba. We need our own sponsor now. Good morning,
I
Infidel.
know.
Welcome. Good to
Aren't
see
you about to have some?
I am drinking my
sponsor
fancy.
soon?
I'm being fancy with it.
The only thing about, like, regardless of whatever's happening with their country, what we're just trying to cause instability, probably because we want a regime change. But every time we do that, it doesn't go good. They end up somebody else worse gets in there. We need to let the people figure that out. And I'm pretty sure, and I'm not saying I'm just talking, but with those boats, they're not even bringing, like, that's not where it's fentanyl, right? That's the drug that they're talking about.
Yeah, it's
That's
not even made there.
That's not where it's coming from.
Yeah,
That's not how fun, and it's not coming from that far away either. Like, the amount of little speedboat that they're taking, like, that's not how it's getting here. If anything, what they're thinking is possibly if they were, because we don't even know, they could be fishing boats. We don't know what they're doing. If they were, it's possible that they were going to like one of the islands or something. But again, we don't know, because we don't give people. We've taken away everybody, not even just people in international waters, but we've taken away our own due process. Like, due process is not a thing for America any longer.
And one thing that's fallen out of the news is the Trump administration trying to ship Abrego Garcia off to Africa. Now they're trying to send him to Liberia, which is yet another country. And keep in mind, Costa Rica has straight up said, we will take him. We'll take him. Send him here. And the U.S. government's like, no. We're sending him to Africa instead.
Needs to
Who is
be across the ocean.
Yeah.
Who is
They
this?
are. It's
Garcia.
yeah, Garcia. The one that they sent to El Salvador and then had to get back, and yeah. And the thing is yeah, we're doing that to one guy, but how
You
many
have a
people are
hard
they
on
doing
for
that?
him. You
Yeah.
have an entire, like, just think of the power dynamic. You have an entire government coming after somebody who's like,
yeah,
he's paid his whatever he's done. He's paid his dues. He's not in a cult or whatever, a gang, cult gang, same difference, right?
They're in a cult. They're claiming he's in a gang.
Right. They're the ones who are in a dangerous cult and a dangerous gang, if anything. And I just heard a story this morning about someone who voted for Trump, and he is an immigrant, been here for many years, many years, but he's had some crimes, but he still is a big Trump supporter, and he's now been sent, and I think he's been gone for a few months now. He was sent to another country where he's not from, and you, like, you got what you voted for. He said he wanted to immigrate. I mean, excuse me, he wanted to get rid of immigrants. He wanted to close the border. You know, for whatever reason, we never closed the border at Canada. I mean, unless maybe now we finally do because of all this. I mean, maybe we'll close the border in Canada now. I have no idea. But I don't even know what my point was at this point. I'm talking.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, no, we only want to get rid of certain demographic of people.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And
That was my
start
point.
international incidents for more drama and whatnot. Now, we ought to be clear, the vast majority of fentanyl in the United States is made right in the United States. Just like the meth stuff before it, just like every other drug crisis. We can do the things here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The main reason it's an issue now is because, according to the US government, the DEA and Congress and so forth, and it is just the US government saying this, it's coming from Mexico, because they're seizing bits and pieces at the ports of entry and shit, and they're like, oh, it's clearly coming from Mexico. It's not. The vast majority is made right here. But by focusing on Mexico, they can make it about Hispanic people, about brown people, about closing the borders. It's just a fucking dog and pony show. And it's not to say that more fentanyl is a good thing. Hardly. But they're not focusing on the actual problem. It's just a distraction for their political purposes, as per usual.
Exactly.
But here's the thing, though, and what people understand is that how do stuff like that, drugs, come over here? It's they let it go.
Yes, they want. That's the problem. They want it here.
Yeah.
As they're escalating our, ability to make a livable wage and pay our bills, they're increasing the amount of traffic with drugs. They are increasing the amount of ways we can't leave, our vicinity anymore. Everything is becoming so weird, more and more insular as a country. Things are bad for the general population. And the worse things are, the more crime will start to increase, because crime has been going down.
Yeah, they want
as we take care of each other better, right? As we're doing better to create community, crime is going down. But if they can increase crime, then they have a reason to put people into jail, etc. Right?
Yeah.
And then therefore now they're making money off the backs of people who could be working, but now are stuck in prison for who knows what. I mean, maybe I sound irrational. Am I irrational?
No, you sound you are really on target.
I mean, how do you deal with the loss of millions of migrants, underpaid, sometimes illegally employed migrant workers who do the jobs that no one else will do or can do or whatever? You have to replace them somehow. And the only way to do it is with prison slave labor, because slavery is and always has been legal in the United States. as long as it's prisoners.
Yeah.
So we need to
And who
increase
did
the
they
number of
prison more than
prisoners
anybody?
by millions. And remember, the United States, land of the free, has been throughout most of the 20th century, and increasingly as every year goes by, the highest incarceration rate of any country on earth. Our one country has, the last time I looked at the statistics, it's probably worse now, but we have 25% of the world's prisoners. A quarter of the prisoners on this planet are
That should
imprisoned
tell you
in the
something.
United States.
That is an indicator. That does not go, right? That is counterintuitive of what we are told about who we are as a country. And if people would just, oh my gosh, it's like they can't step back and take a look in the mirror and see what's happening right before their face. They just hear the words. Yes, yes, yes.
Plot twist. It's been propaganda the whole fucking time. The are you now, or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? I have a list of names. We're the land of the free. We have to fight the godless. It's always been propaganda.
Yeah.
Oof.
Always.
Wowsies. The prison system manufactures military uniforms. Can anybody confirm?
They do a lot
I'll
of
see
stuff.
what I
that-
can
They do
do.
a lot of stuff like that.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I can do research into that if any. I mean, not that I don't trust you, Theophilus, but like, oh my gosh, that's telling. Secular feelinist says, sadly, I don't think he'll be impeached or removed. He won't be 25th, and the military won't rise up. This is a nightmare that will keep going on. I mean,
okay, yeah.
I don't want to be. I mean, you're entitled to your feelings. It does feel as if that's what's going to happen, but I do feel like I'm a little more optimistic. I do feel that he is getting pushed back. I wish it was more.
Yeah, I mean, this is more different even than it was towards the beginning of his term this year. Earlier this year, is even I've seen it in spaces that were normally safe spaces for him and conservatives and Republicans, that they're even starting to get a whole lot of pushback from areas that they used to have a lot of support. That didn't happen last term, and it wasn't happening early this year. It's been starting to happen since the summer. So he's crossing some lines with people, which is essentially what we need. We need him to cross the lines with the people who did have his support, just so they're not seen there and supporting him anymore, and then his whole regime collapses. That's
Yeah,
the way it works.
I have to agree with you, Lilith. I feel like support has waned. Of course, because support is waning, because his numbers are going down. Of course, because the media is owned by certain people, they're going to be pushing more and more and more positive things about Trump and distractions. So it on the outside, it can look to certain people who aren't aware a certain way.
And I mean, even then, hitting something as simple as a company that supports him hitting their bottom line. A perfect example of this is, regardless of how you feel about him, when Jimmy Kimmel got fired, how many people canceled their Disney Plus? There were so many people that canceled it.
Right.
It was like over 1 million people. They were like, oh, holy shit, let's bring this guy back so we can get these back. And yeah,
I was telling you about mine.
the corporation ain't going to change their mind. But changing their bottom line will get them to do at least something in the right direction.
Yeah.
That's all that works.
Yeah.
Like
the amount of people.
CBS News for a second. CBS's parent company wants to do a merger. They need the White House's approval because everything goes directly through Der Fuhrer's stamp these days. And so not only did the termination of Colbert stand, but since there's a big old Damocles sword made of money hovering over the corporation, they doubled down and handed their entire news department to Barry Weiss, who's basically Dennis Prager. She's a fake moderate who she's more like an Amala Epunkano. I can't pronounce her fucking last name. But she's like, hey, I'm a black girl and I think black people should be enslaved and women should have no rights. Vote Republican. And she's got like 1 million followers. And she's paid directly by Dennis Prager's organization, which receives its money directly from the Koch brothers and others. It's the same thing here. Barry Weiss takes money from like the Heritage Foundation, the Liberty Institute, and a bunch of these other things to go and make speeches saying, hey, I am a liberal Jewish woman, and you may hate me. You may think my people should be exterminated, and that's fine. But we can all agree that taxes on corporations are way too high, right? Like, that's her thing.
No.
They gave her control of CBS News.
Wow.
All of it.
Incredible. Can I quickly just, so
Sure.
the prison system definitely made our underwear when I was in the army, and that is from Look at the Trees. Thank you for that. And then
Oh my.
Theophilus said that he looked it up, and prisoners make 23 cents an hour making military uniforms. It's just I wanted to point that out.
Ooh, they got a pay raise.
Yeah.
And the thing is the ironic thing about it is they want to use prisoners to like subsidize all the labor force that they're kicking out of the country. Do they seriously think the prisoners are going to be as efficient or as good at those jobs? Because the people who have been doing the agricultural jobs have usually been doing those their entire life. They are fast, they are good, they can get it done quickly. And it's not, I know people who have grown up on farms and they're like, this is not a job that you can go and be super efficient in the first couple of years. It takes a while to get there because it's a lot of training and it's hard on your body. And you think prisoners are going to be up for doing all of that and doing it as efficiently? No. Like, it's just, it's not going to happen. You get the people in who are the best people for the job, and they are literally kicking them out.
They don't look at it like
Well, I
that.
mean, anybody
Bad.
can do the job. Anybody, it's just we don't pay. Like, anybody should be able. It should be a job that you could go like, okay, I want to do that job. It's physically laborious, but I want to do that job because
Because
for
the prison
whatever
take
reason
care
I
of my
enjoy.
family.
And if it was a job that paid the right amount of money, we would do it. But that's not how the system is set up. And I just wanted to reply to Michael Wolff. I think it's a great comment. 2 observations about the U.S. prison system. It's not designed to get people back into society, and the amount of rights taken away is extreme, like no right to vote. And I 100% agree with that because number one, people are put into the prison system more often than not, like judged harshly, is people of color, right? They're more often convicted for the same exact daggone crimes that other people commit. And that's intentional because then we get to take away their right to vote. So we get them going in and then we get them going out.
That's right. So I wanted to read something super quick that I found. It says the federal prison industries, called also Unicor, employs inmates in its factories to produce goods sold to the government agencies such as the Department of Defense, which is their largest customer.
Oh, help us, Jesus.
Now, to be clear, it's not exclusively prison labor. I was just doing some fast Googling. There are factories in Puerto Rico. There's factories in Vietnam. The factories in Vietnam, interestingly enough, make uniforms for militaries all over the world.
I didn't know that.
But never mind that. However, because of the tariff situation, the U.S. government is paying a fee to itself to import parts for its own military's uniforms. Amazing.
Oh man, that's crazy.
That's a brilliant plan, though, I guess. But wow, how fascist.
But when we're talking about the prison and the
We
situation,
don't care about efficiency. It's not even on the radar.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, not at all. Yes,
So-
everything in this country it's to be punitive. The recidivism rate, it's we don't even care about.
Repeat
No, once
offenses.
you're a prisoner, you're no longer a human. You're not
exactly. You're just a number.
The prison, excuse me, there's a prison. I want to say onion. I don't know why the word onion is coming to me, but there are prisoners who have self-emulated. Is that the right word? Self-emulated.
Immolated?
Like burn themselves.
Yeah, immolated.
Immolated.
Yeah.
because the treatment there is so horrible. I mean, you have to be in extreme like pain and being terrorized to want to go like that.
Yeah.
And people
I
are
think that
silent
that's
about it.
better.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've only talked about it a few times myself, so I can't even say that, I'm doing any better. But we treat prisoners as if they're ish. And listen, I get it. I get that some of them have done some really like terrible, bad, disgusting stuff. But I don't feel like we should be torturing them. I don't feel like that's going to do anybody any good. Losing your ability to control your life is punishment enough. Like, I think people like, oh, well, they get their 3 hots and they get a cot and whatever.
Have you
Like,
seen that food they eat?
like it's like, dude, you don't even get it. Like, if you had to stay in your bathroom all day every day for the rest of your fracking life and maybe get to go outside for an hour, you'd lose your mind after a week. So, and plus there's no privacy, plus the fact that like you're with people at all times, the smells, the food, what have you. You can't watch what you want to watch. Like, you might be afraid for your life. It's not fun. It's not cool. I mean, I've not been there, but and if somebody hurt me, whatever, yeah, I'd want them to go there and I'd want them to get the frack better. I mean, that's just I'm sorry, that's just me as a person. But it's unfair the way that this system is set up. And of course, that is intentional. That's a part of
Yes.
It's not a bug.
Really gets me in that situation is that you have black, white, and Hispanic, 3 people, and they all do the same crime, but the white person may get like probation or something.
Exactly.
And that's what gets me. It's like, no,
There's
you
a-
did the same thing.
There's a woman who I think misused allegedly or something. Maybe I think it was like a SNAP card or something, like some benefits or something like that. And it wasn't even anything. She bought ingredients to make stuff for a bake sale for school or something like that.
Oh no.
And they did okay, this is why that Palantir stuff is so freaking dangerous. All they had to do was a little diddly research and saw that, oh, she used her benefits. She sold these cookies. I mean, I don't know if they had an exact receipt, but maybe they even got a receipt, and then arrested her and is now charging her with something crazy. I don't know if anybody is familiar
And
with the
what's
story.
sad is that I know plenty of people to make extra money to get their kids stuff for Christmas or something, maybe sell dinners or something. I've heard, yeah, and yeah.
I mean, listen, they're working. They're trying to make money. What that tells
Yeah.
me is that they are a business person.
Yeah.
But what they can't get, what they need, is that starter. But if they had that starter, they would be operating a really good business, right? They must be a good cook. So it's like crazy that instead of trying to find a way to get this business up and going, again, I just, it's so
But I wonder where she was at, because a lot of times it depends on where you're at. It's like they really wanted to pick on that woman, and that's a shame.
Okay, so the charges are that between
found
January
it?
2022 and September of 2023, this woman, Teneweke, I guess, used her EBT card to buy supplies for a bakery and
a bakery
misused over $20,000 in benefits and ended up making $1,000 in profit. Over a 2-year span, she made $1,000.
Oh,
very profitable business. You can totally pay
yeah.
rent on a bakery for 1 month with that. Not even. But that's the thing, is they're accusing her of misusing $20,000 in benefits over 2 years.
I don't think she used that much, and she only got $1,000 profit. You go to Sam's Club and get some flour, butter, and stuff. For Sam's Club, spend a couple $100s or something like that. I don't know. I don't see how she spent.
I don't know. She needs to learn some better math.
Yeah, I don't see how you only got $1,000.
She was not a good businesswoman.
No, I'm thinking that they made it. They upped that number to give her a higher charge. What I'm thinking.
Oh, right. Yes. Well, because they will
Yeah,
and find a way to do that.
The Food Nutrition Act of 2008, which explicitly prohibits using food stamps for the benefit of a business or resale purposes, like a school bake sale or something. You have to clear. It's right. If you use more than $1,000 for fraudulent purposes, it's elevated to a felony charge, which means she could face up to 10 years in prison and a fine of $250,000. So she misused $20,000 for a fine of $250,000.
How many times I used the food stamps to buy the cake for my kids' party?
Don't do it.
Oops. I know.
I mean, but that's the kind of stuff they could be going after people for.
Yeah.
Well, what's really great about it is, like, look at analogous circumstances where people have taken government money to funnel directly into their own businesses. I'm looking at you, PPP loans.
Right.
How many millions did the megacorps just take and not even live up to the program requirements?
And nobody's done boo about it. It's just been like,
no,
nobody even thinks
it's
twice.
shit like that is why I'm mad at Biden. Like, yes, Gaza pisses me off, but before Gaza even started, like, he came into office saying, fresh start, we're going to do things right. He didn't immediately start prosecuting all the bullshit that happened under the previous administration. Remember, the last time Trump was president, and we want to talk about self-immolation, when he was kicking the trans people out of the military and that lieutenant set herself on fire on a live stream, self-immolation as a protest, because this bullshit is killing us. And we're gonna go after this woman who's fucking selling cookies at a school. Fucking hell. And it's so much worse this time.
And the punishment does not fit the crime.
No.
And her life is going to be, her life is going to be forever ruined. How is she ever going to pay that back? Who is she paying that to? Like, who does that money benefit?
Yeah, I mean, I understand there's one thing you can do with a felony on your record.
Become president.
That's it.
Aim high, aim high.
Good old Carlin, it's a club and you ain't in it.
I remember back with me, there was a situation where I received help at one time. This is really important for me, but I don't receive it anymore. But it was a little bit of where they overpaid me. And so when it came back years later, they ended up taking like my whole check one time because they said, and I'm like, why you didn't take it then? Ouch. So it was like 10 years later, they took like $500 from me. They said overpaid me. They pulled it up like, we overpaid you $500 in 1998. And it's like 2008. And I was like, what? I was like really upset because I'm like, they just took out the blue.
I know, like I don't know where, and they don't even know like whether you're struggling at that time.
Well, I didn't say anything then. And then they said, oh.
And then just took it, and
they just took it.
You have some money ready to come out, like a
I had to figure out how to pay my bills for that month.
Right?
Like, I'm a mother of 5 children, and you guys didn't care.
The thing is that the people who are putting these policies into place are not the people who are living paycheck to paycheck or have ever had to live like that. They do not know the value of a single paycheck, that a single paycheck depends on where you put food on the table that week or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from their perspective, you're privileged to be allowed to occasionally get your bank account just wiped out because somebody 10 years ago made an error. That's your privilege. Yeah. Be grateful you only get random and occasional suffering instead of, being in prison.
Yeah,
because you could use all these prisoners. You could do that.
There's a statistic, and I'm not sure if this is exactly right. It's somewhere around this, though, that most Americans can't take a $700 hit. Like, if there was an emergency and they had to pay $700, there is no way they could do it. There's no way in hell I could do it. I mean, no,
I was crying.
Paycheck to paycheck.
Like something had to not be paid for that.
Nobody in my family could do that.
And I got paid like $200 a week or something like that.
Yeah, and I don't know anybody that could take that.
And if you lose your job, you're supposed to have a certain amount of money in the bank to carry you over.
I can't. I don't need
Where are
that.
you supposed to get that from?
That's
I
what-
am
well,
lucky at the
allegedly,
end of the week. I'm
allegedly
lucky
you're
at the end
buying
of the
too many
week.
cups of coffee. You're
Yeah.
buying too much coffee. That's the
Oh
state.
wow, I buy 1 cup of coffee a week. I buy it for Monday morning.
Well, you have to stop, and that's going to
That's
be the
too
money
much.
that you'll live
Too
off of
much.
if you ever,
Mm.
You know, I do make my coffee at home because I am very poor. I haven't had regular income in months at
I
this
don't bring
point,
coffee out.
and it's fucked up. It's like $15 for a can of coffee now. And granted, it lasts me a couple of months. That's not a big deal. The biggest part of my coffee expense is the creamer, which is like, $6 for a jug.
Mm-hmm.
Even that hurts, So
Yeah.
you can't just say make coffee at home. Like if you are fucked financially, you are fucked in
And I
this
mean,
country.
Oh yeah.
it's these people who sit there and point at the once a week. Like, I get 2 treats once a week. I get coffee on Monday mornings, and I get myself a big malt from my local store once a week. Like, that's my treat for me for the week. And somebody's going to come along and tell me, you don't need to be spending $15 on both of those because they're too expensive. I get it. Like, what? Spending $15 on myself is too much?
How dare you?
Like, I don't
How
eat what
dare
I
you
want
spend
to.
money
I
on
eat whatever
yourself?
is in the house. I get whatever my kids want because I'm not so worried about, like, if it's not what I want to eat, fine, whatever. I'll eat it anyway. I want to make sure they eat. I want to make sure they're healthy. I will get what they want to eat as opposed to what I eat. I will make sure my grandson is taken care of. I will make sure my son's medical stuff is taken care of. And I will throw all of my stuff on the back burner. And I'm lucky at the end of the week if I have $5 left. But if I have that $5, then yeah, like, so what if I want to go get a malt with it?
They want to take the enjoyment out of life.
Yeah.
Like this should not even be like a freaking conversation. You should be able to have like a treat. Like that's not a crazy thing to add. If anything, that is a boost for the economy, right? If you buy, especially if you're buying local, right? Not only are you getting yourself a little treat, now you've just boosted the economy. Now they have money to put back locally. It's a good thing. Everybody tightening the purse strings is
It's a virtue.
It's not going to be good
I know.
for the economy.
I shouldn't be talking dressed like this. Like, holy shit, could I be more let them eat cake at the moment? But
hey, I'm in my pearls.
Right. The economy obviously isn't for us because we're being told that the economy is the best. It's the tippiest of the toppest. It's the greatest.
Right. When
Ever
Trump
been.
says shit like
Who's
the
it good
economy is
for?
going gangbusters,
It's the great country,
he doesn't
the best
mean
country
the same economy
alive.
we mean. He means his bank account is more full than it's ever been, and that's true. That really is true.
Mhm.
And these comments, who's the economy for? Exactly. In Soviet USA, economy enjoys you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I mean, look at the ballroom, right? That's so pretty. How could we have that if we weren't doing good with the economy?
I know. Isn't that worth a little suffering
I've even
from
seen
everyone?
Yeah. I've even seen, even over the last like year or so, like prices here have risen so much that even though I got a raise on my paycheck, I actually end up making it's the equivalent of less than I was a year ago just because prices have gone up so much. Like, prices here are insane. Like,
Why? Because Weed Bro says I live paycheck to paycheck and I live with my dad. If it wasn't for 2 sources of income and me doing side jobs for cash, we would
have
be
3.
struggling.
Exactly.
See?
We have 3 and we're still barely making it.
And the thing is that
And I have a decent job.
Right. And they're expecting people like with the SNAP benefits, like they're changing also the requirements and they're raising like how long you have to be able to work for and what they consider to be a able and whatever working body. But the thing is if these people get a job, like say for whatever reason they can't work or they only work a certain amount of hours, but now they have to work more, they're probably still even going to be expending more money to do that job because of the crap pay and losing that in the benefits. Like for me, when I would, make a couple dollars more which meant
Yeah.
nothing in my bank account. It literally meant that I lost like a couple $100. So it screwed me to make $10, right?
Yeah.
So they'll probably end up
Mhm.
screwing themselves having to work more in the long run.
But
Sorry
you
if that was a
looking at
long,
with the
convoluted way to say it.
parents that rely on child care. How they gonna work more hours if they gotta not pay for child care
They
as well as not getting food stamps? I mean,
exactly.
that's like a double whammy in itself.
Exactly. They're going to force you to have the kid. And then what are you supposed to do when now you have to work and it's going to cost you just as much to work?
And it
It's
costs like
improve your
much.
life.
I've
Cause
been
like
in that
$300 a
boat.
week. I don't know how much it costs now. $4 a week with a young child. Times that by four. That's
I had a job
$1,200
that
a month.
paid when my third child was still very small. All the kids were small at the time. I had a job where I made $9 an hour, which is
that's
like
too much.
$2.50 over the minimum wage at the time. And childcare cost $9 an hour. I actually made $9.03 at the job. So I made 3 cents an hour after childcare, but that was before taxes. It actually cost me money to go to work.
Yeah, so I
Plus
have a
gas
friend.
and car insurance and etc.
Yeah, I have a friend that wanted that had an offer for a better job, and they pay something like 150 more a month than what they were making, but they couldn't take it because if they took it, it meant that their government, the chips like the government healthcare for kids, it would be denied because they were making over the poverty limit or whatever. So he couldn't even take that job because then their kid wouldn't have insurance because you can't afford $500 a month insurance when you're only making 150 more. Like that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
So,
It's more cons than pros.
Oh, they love the cons.
Because I be looking
Certainly
at
do love
like
the cons.
my income, I get paid a pretty decent amount. However, when I look at my taxes, they take almost 50% of what I make for different taxes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, dang. I would have a pretty decent amount if they wouldn't take on, but they consider me, where I'm trying to balance myself and then the unfortunate. So I'm like, I can't win for losing.
Dang.
You got people that's billionaires that don't pay nothing. Go
So-
figure.
It really does. Shrinkflation.
Well, they have money to pay for a ballroom. That's what they do
That's
have.
why it just feels so absolutely disgusting. Who flaunts their wealth like that? Like who walks down the street with with their big fluffy coat and their furry coat and their beautiful extravagant clothes and fancy cars, where people are maybe poor and or hungry, what have you. That would just be irresponsible. That would be ridiculous to do. But no, he wants to flaunt his wealth, how well he's doing in front of us and people who are crying, losing their family, being dragged to some prison overseas, losing their jobs, farmers, what have you, and now losing benefits. It's like hand over fist. Everything that people have relied on is being taken away from them.
And meanwhile, though, like
the support systems that help this country run.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, we don't have money for SNAP, but let's give Argentina $20 billion,
They're
$40
dying.
billion.
You don't understand. They're
yeah.
dying, AJ.
What's the one?
Yeah, we had to cut U.S. aid because America first, but
famous-
also here's $100 billion for Israel and $40 billion for Argentina and etc.
Forever
But don't you
forever
remember
wars.
they were spending that money on making children transgender? Don't you know that?
Oh, that's obviously where the money
were.
Puppy. Oh my God, these people
What
are
is the
just
fucking harm, right?
so
Like
good at
what
this
is the
game.
problem? Like, first of all, as it needs to be said every fucking time it's brought up, nobody's doing permanent surgeries on children.
It's ridiculous.
Nobody anywhere ever. But like letting people transition, what's the fucking harm? They can just, if they want, if it's not for them, they can detransition. It's not even a problem. It's not a big deal. It doesn't do
It's
things
child
do get a
abuse.
little more permanent with
child
the
abuse.
surgery. But here's the thing: we can preserve fertility, and also, so what? This planet is tremendously overpopulated. The only reason the assholes are on about birth rates is because they don't want brown people coming here. If we don't keep up a positive population pressure, so we're exporting people, then we're going to need to let brown people in to keep our society running. And they're terrified of that.
Absolutely. They're happily let people from South Africa come where there's a white genocide.
Only the white ones. Only the South African white ones, though. can come.
Yes, only the white ones.
Yeah.
But if they're brown, we're just gonna find them on the street and drag
But
them away.
but that's what Kelly pointed out earlier. That soon it's gonna be the focus is gonna be on interracial marriages and couples. You know?
I
It's
definitely feel like that's
already
coming.
on the billboard.
Yep.
Like literal
But
billboards.
it's so funny. It's like dealing with the South African part. I mean, isn't that what they deserve? What they put the Black Africans through for years?
Oh, I mean, hey, listen.
I mean, karma is a mug,
better-
isn't it?
probably better
I don't believe
here
in that in the whole say, but
than there.
you know.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's the white fragility here in the US. It's very compatible. It's, saying other people have equal rights somehow diminishes our own rights. That's I don't know if you heard that. That's my alarm. I have to get over to the other show in a moment.
Oh, guys, it's time.
But before I depart, I want to tell you all what's coming up this week. We got up next is Kinky Secret Desires and Whatnot. It'll be a spicy episode to get the week going.
Oh,
The
now I
whole
wanna
rest of the week
go.
is Halloween. We're doing the history of Halloween, the demonic possession of Halloween. Thursday is our girls chat. That'll be alt girls, goth girls, if you will. And Friday,
Show me every day.
Lilith. Just Lilith. That's what's
Just
happening
Lilith.
on Friday for Halloween itself. So I hope you join us. It'll be lovely to see you folks. And yeah, all the
Awesome.
good things.
I will be there
All right,
Thursday.
Toodles. I got to
We'll
get
see
ready
you
to push
soon.
buttons.
Bye, Empress. Thank you for joining us. Toodles.
Toodles.
Did anybody want to close out quickly with anything?
I'll plug some things in that I have going on. So, Tuesday I'm having Tina Marshall. She is the affiliate leader for our Charlotte group, and she also runs an abortion support group as well. So we're going to be talking with her, and then to Wednesday, the next day, I will be on Joe's channel with him and Robin, where we're talking about the political stuff on their channel as well. And then I'm leaving Saturday at night to go to the Black Non-Believers CCon. So I will not be here
Fun.
until
Jelly.
the following Monday, the 10th. So I probably will not make it for Java and Jugs for that week. So for 2 weeks, I'll make for Java and Jugs. So
We approve your day
hope
off.
you don't cry too much for my absence.
We will
And then
we will always
Sunday,
miss the queen.
while we're on the boat before we demark and leave, I will be interviewing Candace Gorham, who is
Fun.
the American Humanities
Nice.
President.
Yeah, if you're not
doing that as well.
subscribed to Kelly's channel, it's right there.
I have like 107 now.
You made it past 100. Congratulations.
Yeah. So last week I said
She's still
200
beating
now,
me.
y'all. Put it in the air.
Right,
And
that-
we have to get AJ. She's like 445 or something. Come on, y'all. Subscribe. Get this AJ.
450.
I know.
So we can have
AJ
Jade
should be
on
at
there.
1K. AJ
Yo,
should be at 1K now.
Get to it now.
Please go.
I'm
see.
gone. I'm sleepy.
Hey, I
I'm
only
going to
have
bed
70.
now. I'm going
We
to
gotta
sleep.
get Lilith to 100 as well. You guys.
Yes.
Come on. Please go subscribe.
Snap it.
Subscribe to everybody.
Subscribe, like,
AJ,
share.
what do you have coming up?
Let's get it.
Anything?
Lilith. You?
Lilith, go.
I'm working on a video this week. I hope it'll be out by Friday. It may be, may not. We'll see. Other than that, I'm on Ember's show, and especially Friday. Check out Friday's show
be
on
fun.
Ember.
Thursday, the goth. I'm dressing up gothy. Y'all know.
Ooh, gothy. I might be there for
Ooh.
that. Lilith. So please go subscribe to Lil of All Trades. The last video, you'll really enjoy it. Do not be a ENS there. Go watch the video and then you'll understand what that joke is if you don't already know. So please go subscribe. And AJ, can you tell us what you have coming up and any parting words?
I want to do a toast
Oh,
to my fellow good bitches over here.
Yes.
We be fancy. We be fancy.
You can't bite after me toasting. I toasted on my thing.
And if you're wondering what seems to be the fuck lately, we are just celebrating being fancy. Yeah. No, for real, girls. What do I have coming up? My channel is called Ways to Human, and I have a show coming up on Wednesday. Helen, Hell Spells, is going to be on my channel. We're going to be talking about trauma, but also how it affects women specifically. And on Tuesday, first before that, I'm going to be on Misinterpretations show. Yay.
Oh,
it's going to be fun.
Please
I'm
go
excited. I love
subscribe
it.
to Misinterpretations. Marin, excellent. Love the stuff with Dr. Kip as well.
Yes.
So please go subscribe there. And soon we're going to get together too. And at some point, I'm going to email her back. I'm a terrible person. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, and my birthday stream. I have a birthday stream coming up on November 4th. Yay.
Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. That's
November what?
November 4th?
Oh,
Election
I
day.
won't be here. I'll be out of town. Dang.
Well, happy
okay.
happy early birthday.
Yay, thank you.
Okay, so I guess so just me. I don't have anything in particular
Fuck,
coming up.
ladies.
My channel is Ryan Caltastic. You can follow me there on YouTube, make content about all kinds of stuff. Thank you, everybody who joined us today. I enjoyed the conversation and I appreciate y'all being honest with us about how what's happening affects you in your personal life as well, and why it's so important that right now we dig in our heels, we continue to speak up loudly, and we build community. So that's why we're here. Thanks for watching Java Jugs. We'll see you next week. Oh, and make sure you're here tomorrow for the morning show at 9 a.m. with Chris and I. All right. Bye.
Bye.